Hello to those of you who feel called to this reading in particular. My goal is to give you a message that the universe has for you at this very moment. First, we're going to start with one card for the context or the general energy from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. If at the end of this reading you find that you liked it, hit the like button to show me that. And if you want to stick around to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram for more reading-related content where I use my voice. And also make music-inspired digital art when I don't know how to put how I feel into words. The links are in the description. So, I already pulled out your card. Oh, that's really funny. That's really interesting. We have the High Priestess. I say this is really interesting because this being the general energy might be relevant for somebody. Or it might be like some sort of synchronicity type thing going on. In one of the readings that I did this past week, the High Priestess was the main energy. But yeah, just the universe wants to talk about following your inner voice, listening to your intuition, listening to your instincts. The universe wants to talk to you about trusting yourself and believing in yourself in that way. We have the Ten of Wands with a sun planet in Sagittarius. Okay. It's interesting because she looks like she's kind of looking at this Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands symbolizes a weight that you're carrying. Maybe something here about delegating or just the fact that you're carrying more than necessary. I think there's this painful ending that is fogging up your vision, I guess you could say, when it comes to your judgment, your decision making. I think it would be really good for you to focus on whatever this painful loss was in terms of coming to terms with it and finding peace with it, acceptance, and becoming stronger, your patience becoming stronger. And I think with your patience becoming stronger, like whenever you slow down like that, it's easier to hear your inner voice or your intuition, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I couldn't pick a more worse time to record because there's lawnmowers or a lawnmower. And it could be distracting, but please don't mind it. Next we have the Hangman with a third eye. Extra interesting considering the High Priestess is the main energy and then the third eye comes out. Trusting your inner wisdom. I heard that. I don't think you realize how important the decisions that you make actually are. There's a sense of danger in terms of the danger representing a threat to your life long-term wise. A threat to your emotional fulfillment, your material fulfillment, just your overall quality of life. It's like there's piranhas, they're around that body and they're completely unaware. There's definitely something here about ignorance, not knowing enough about yourself or the world. Some part of me does feel though that we'll always have a blind spot. That's kind of what it feels like. Next, we got, wow, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, let me get something to drink. Oh my god, I didn't fill this cup before I started recording. That's okay, I'll make it work. So, this Queen of Wands, very fiery energy. This is where I would say if you have a strong sense of self-confidence, like this High Priestess and this Queen of Wands feels very strongly linked in a spiritual way. There is a need to balance how you feel about yourself through first believing in yourself and then finding reasons to trust yourself and why you should believe in yourself. There is something here about unnecessary doubt, unnecessary worrying, ruminating maybe. I really wish I could put to words and describe the connection between the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. Like, the stronger your High Priestess energy is, I would say, the more passion, fire, the more driven and ambitious you are. So there's something about that. We have Judgment with the crown chakra. Divine wisdom. Maybe occult wisdom, you could call it. But yeah, there's something here about the lack of confidence in yourself is hindering your judgment and your decision making. You're caring too much about what people think of you when it comes to the decisions you make. You just need to trust yourself more, stay grounded in who you are. There's something about the word beautiful here, because it caught my eye on this box that I have. It says change is beautiful. I think the more confident you are in yourself, the better decisions you'll make. There is something about that that's interesting. 4 of Wands with Venus and Aries. So it does feel like there needs to be a little more work on the foundation of your foundation, aka your mental health. It's not that you're bad at making decisions now, you probably improved your decision making, but it could get even better. Like, there does need to feel like a more solidified feeling of like your sense of self and trusting in yourself and believing in yourself, for sure. King of Cups, to clarify the 10 of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely highlighting the need to release whatever painful ending this is. Maybe the painful ending is not getting understanding from people that you deserve understanding from, and that divine wisdom of knowing that it's not actually about you. It's more about how they feel about themselves, and it's important to give them space. The King of Cups is a very balanced energy. That their judgment is actually very, very sharp. That's how their emotions and probably energy is really balanced. What card? This one. Oh gosh, I almost dropped all of them. 6 of Cups with the Moon and Scorpio. Yeah. The 6 of Cups is that feeling that you get after something, after a painful ending, after a heartbreak or something like that, a betrayal. And just being able to heal from that, to forgive. I guess you could say the universe for putting you through that situation in the name of wisdom and soul growth and stuff like that. Yeah, it's interesting because the 6 of Cups is a very relaxed, playful energy, and the Hanged Man is, I would imagine there's a lot of anxiety here. So there are some anxieties that you will be able to release whenever you let go of some painful ending. I really feel like you'll find a lot more confidence in yourself, in the sense that the only validation you need to be you is yourself. Oh, we have the 2 of Wands with Mars and more Aries. So more water. The 2 of Wands. This is something about a self-discovery journey that helps improve your self-confidence, but I'm hearing it's more than just affirmations. Like, you have to look deeper within yourself and see where the pain comes from, the root of it. I think it would be good to meditate on how you feel to better understand it, to focus more on your thoughts so you can better understand why you feel the way you do. And then ultimately, you'll be able to release that and have more control of your actions. There is definitely a self-discovery journey here that's being highlighted. And you're either being encouraged to start one or to keep moving forward with the one that you're already on. 5 of Cups with more Mars and Scorpio. Aries, Scorpio, and Mars seem to be pretty significant. Yeah, there's a loss. This painful loss is really clouding up your judgment, focusing on, what you've lost instead of what you've gained, and that might also be applicable to other parts of your life, focusing more on what you've gained rather than what you've lost. Just trying to move forward, really. Because, you're still alive, so you're still fulfilling your purpose. Whatever that may be. Oh, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Taurus. Clarifying the 4 of Wands. Okay. This definitely makes me think that home life isn't all that great, and it could make being on a self-discovery journey quite difficult. There's a lack of resources here, but the universe wants you to know that you have exactly what you need to give yourself more. You see a way out, and you're being encouraged to take it. And to just let yourself be free in that way. Whatever that means to you. Wow. At the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess with third eye and the moon. That's pretty crazy. The High Priestess, I really just think that there is a very, very strong need here to believe in yourself more, to trust yourself more, to focus on your self-confidence, so you can better understand why you went through what you went through. You can take advantage of that pain through healing and learning and sharing your story. I'm also getting that you try to not view your situation as suffocating, because that's not true. You have a way out, so that's not true. A feeling of claustrophobia is interesting. Feeling like the walls are closing in. There's a need for sure to slow down more. Maybe meditate more. Maybe go outside more. Just some way to be more connected with reality more and out of your head. Because you're on the right path. Stop being so hard on yourself. You deserve more than that. I also forgot to say next, before we end the reading, we're going to move on to these cards. By the way, for this portion of the reading with these cards, if I didn't say it, Prismavisions Tarot. But yeah, you are being hard on yourself. You deserve more than that. There's definitely a need to focus on the gains here, the people who have understood you. Maybe some sense of redemption that you've already accumulated a little bit. Being emotional does not make you weak. It's okay to see and live life differently. Yeah. There's a pretty strong energy here to be more comfortable with being emotional and releasing. Like, literally, you're gonna have to be emotional if you want to release this painful ending, so that way you can focus on you and where you're supposed to be in life, where you're headed. And I just think that you need to give yourself a break, definitely, with this stop being so hard on yourself card. And to just stop being hard on yourself. Stop being your own worst enemy. Like, you are trying so damn hard to pull yourself out of whatever rut you're in. So, don't sabotage yourself and make it harder for no reason. Alright, next we have your Finnish ancestors are trying to connect with you. That may be more specific for somebody with Finnish ancestors, but this can just be about ancestors in general wanting to connect with you. They want you to feel more comfortable with your emotional self and spiritual self, if it's applicable. They want you to be okay with fighting for what you deserve and not letting anyone try to tear you down in that process. I'm seeing 555. Now we have fear. I do feel fear. There's definitely a fear here to be a fear of being misunderstood, which I think a lot of people share, honestly, and some are just hiding it better than others are. Fear. The universe wants you to know that fear can be turned into wisdom. Fears can be overcome. And I also feel called to mention that overcoming anxiety is not about eliminating the feeling. It's becoming comfortable with it, despite feeling it, I guess. Yeah. There is a need to find a way to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, to be comfortable with the unknown, but also to move at your own pace with that. The last card, can I call you? So, getting a few messages with this card. This could be, the main idea with this card is calling, something or someone calling you, or wanting to call you or to you. If this is about yourself, you cannot call yourself. It's almost like, can we talk? Like with you and a mirror. Can we talk? It's really interesting. If this is about your faith, the universe wants to know if it can trust you, if it can rely on you to always do what's best for you, to always fight for what you deserve. And if this is like some other relationship, maybe a sibling wanting to talk to you, or an ex wanting to talk to you, could be anybody. Maybe in general there's this feeling like, how are you doing? Okay. Yeah, there's some people around you that feel that way. They're wondering. The universe is wondering, how are you doing? If you don't already, I would say that journaling could be a really, really helpful way to reconnect with yourself and to feel less alone. I started journaling to more or less feel like I had someone to talk to, but also the security of, and like that safety net of just me reading how I feel. That's a good way to start, because the journal is very private, and it's like it could allow you the space to just be you and to express yourself and how you feel, especially on the hardest days when you're having the hardest time understanding yourself. Plus, the universe, if you're really into the spiritual stuff, might try to communicate with you through your journaling. Maybe particularly if you listen to music while you're journaling. In general, like writing and listening to music at the same time could be therapeutic for you. Yeah, check in with yourself. Check in with the universe if it's relevant. Check in with those around you who may or may not be curious of how you're doing. But I do believe that is all for you. I'd love to hear any comments you have in the comment section, and if you'd like to offer more support for what I'm trying to create, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.